All right. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at 6 a.m. I'm Chris Groh.
And I'm Netta Iramporia. Glad you're with us. We do want to, of course, get you caught up on the forecast so you can plan your day. Maybe a lot of people are off today. Evan Arati joining us. You got some news to tell us.
Yeah, that we're all working on Labor Day.
Yeah.
We're all laboring. Right.
Yes,
it's not a dream.
No, I mean, with so many people having the day off,
Yeah.
taking the kids to the beach, wherever you're going, expect it to be a hot one out there. Going to be very, very warm. We held on to warm temperatures over this past weekend. We now have a heat advisory that's going to be in effect across our valley floors. Out along the coastline, we also have a beach hazard statement. So that means whatever plans you have, if you're taking the kids into the water, you do want to check in with a lifeguard with 3 to 5 foot waves possible. 81 this afternoon out by the water, 94 for the valleys. Looking at your current temperatures out the door, mostly 50s and 60s. Coming up, we'll be talking about how long this heat will stick around and about a cooling trend we'll watch for by the end of the week. Back to you.
Evan, thank you very much for that. And now, new this morning, a man is under arrest, accused of stabbing 3 people downtown. Police just released new information about what happened. So here's what they tell us. They say the suspect walked up to 2 women and a man on Kettner Boulevard at Broadway, right near the Santa Fe Depot, just before 9 last night. Police say the suspect started an argument and then cut the 3 victims. They were all taken to the hospital. They have non-life-threatening injuries. Police tracked down the suspect just before 11 p.m. and took him into custody. And now it is Labor Day, of course, so local beaches expected to be packed. It is a different story, though, in the South Bay because of the ongoing sewage crisis.
Yeah, and CBS 8's Regina Yarita is live in Mission Beach with what all beachgoers are going to need to know, what it's going to look like there, but also fill us in on just how far north that closure is extending. Regina?
Yeah, and we'll get to that in just a second. Chris, Annetta, good morning. I do want to talk about Mission Beach. That's where we're at right now. It seems like it's pretty calm right now. We have been seeing several families coming by, but in the next hour or two, we'll definitely start to see more people as those Labor Day festivities start very soon. Now, there's still lots of parking. You're definitely going to see some beach spots here if you want that prime location. Towards my left, we are noticing a large police presence, and you should remember police and CHP, they are on high alert. But this is video from over the weekend. You can see dozens of beach umbrellas, tents, easy-ups, and just the amount of people who headed to the beach to cool off. This weekend, while the weather was pretty hot, the sunshine really made it for a great day at the beach, especially since it's been overcast for some time. Unfortunately, more south, a beach closure in the South Bay has been extended up the Silver Strand and into parts of Coronado, and it is related to the ongoing sewage crisis in Tijuana. It couldn't come at a worse time. Many San Diegans have been trying to beat the heat this Labor Day weekend, but by heading to the coast. So take a listen to what some people in the South Bay told us.
Cousins as well who are right now, as we talk, they're changing right now to get into the water, but I need to tell them that they can't get in the water now.
I mean, it's a great beach, but it's contaminated. So you're always at risk to take your children or even go in yourself.
And meanwhile, a new study from UC San Diego and several partner institutions have found a link between the toxic air gases as well as the water pollution. We have more information on that story on CBS8.com if you want to learn more about those details. But we'll keep monitoring Mission Beach here because of Labor Day, and we'll bring you the latest updates. For now, I'll send it back to you.
Still early, but just wait. It's about to get packed out there. Remember, the county has this water quality website. It's at sdbeachinfo.com, and that's where you can check in before you get in to see where there are closures or advisories so nothing takes you by surprise. Right now, you see all those red dots at the bottom of your screen. That would be where the bacteria levels are high. Several Labor Day rallies will be held around San Diego County today. The holiday began in the late 1800s when workers fought for fair pay and shorter hours. A rally will be held at Waterfront Park this morning. Organizers say it's a call to action, defending workers' rights, immigrant communities, and democracy itself. Other events will be held from Chula Vista to Carlsbad.
This morning, California Highway Patrol is looking for the vehicle that hit a child in Winter Gardens and drove off. We're told a white pickup truck crashed into a fence on Marilla Drive near Water Hill Road just before 6 p.m. yesterday. Officers say the truck also hit an 11-year-old, though it's unclear the extent of the child's injuries. We are still waiting for the CHP to release more details. And expect to see A lot of CHP officers still on the road today. Their maximum enforcement period continues until midnight tonight. That means all available officers will be out and about looking to catch drivers that are driving under the influence. CHP says during last year's statewide enforcement period, 21 deaths were linked to impaired driving, and officers made more than 1,100 DUI arrests. And those traveling home from Labor Day weekend vacations, make sure that you plan to avoid big traffic jams. According to AAA, the best time to hit the road today will be before noon, so get ready now. The worst time to drive home is going to be between 1 and 4 p.m. Meanwhile, TSA expects record-breaking numbers of people traveling by air, about 17.4 million passengers. AAA says the boost is driven by cheaper travel costs on hotels, rental cars, and domestic round-trip tickets. And if you are hitting the road today, here's a look at today's gas price. The average for a gallon of regular in San Diego County now $4.70. We were paying $4.68 this time last year. All right, we're always working for you to help you find the cheapest gas. Just text the word gas to 858-571-8888. We will send you a link to find some of the stations with the lowest prices in the county.
And now there are some closures for the Labor Day holiday you'll need to know about. City and county offices are closed today. County libraries and animal shelters also closed. City libraries, pools, and rec centers closed today too. There will be a one-day delay for trash collection. And we do have good news here. Parking meters, time restrictions for parking, yellow zones, and posted street sweeping routes in the city of San Diego will not be enforced. Coming up, we'll let you know about the price hike for parking meters right near Petco Park, and that starts tomorrow. So yeah, just know there might be a few places that you were hoping to go to that are closed today.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be hot out across the county, not only today for Labor Day, but even tomorrow and Wednesday.
Yeah.
The plus side is that after Wednesday, we start to see a notable drop in temperatures that takes us back to a more normal, if not in some cases cooler than normal range. Here's a live look outside. I know it's tough to kind of make out what we're seeing here, but this is from Mount Soledad looking down toward the main road there. Sunrise is at 6:24, so we've still got just under 20 minutes before we get a little more light in, but we have watched as more clouds have kind of filled the screen here. Looking at your forecast highs, these temperatures should come closer to about 1, 2, maybe even 3 p.m. 95 for Santee and El Cajon, 77 out in PB, 75 in La Jolla, 20 degrees cooler than what we see across the valley floors, which is why a lot of people will head toward the immediate coastline and avoid the valleys. If you are doing so, again, like we mentioned, make sure to check in with a lifeguard. Today is a day of high surf with some 3 to 5 foot waves out there in the water. 82 in Oceanside, 90 for San Marcos, 93 in Poway this afternoon, and 98 if you're making it all the way out to Ramona. Temperatures could exceed average by close to 10 degrees in those cases. Julian is looking at a high of 92. At Mount Laguna, 89, and in Borrego Springs, 109 as that afternoon high. Like I mentioned, today, tomorrow, those are our hottest days. That heat advisory that's in effect across the valley floors stays in effect until tomorrow. And then while it expires for Wednesday and while temperatures do start to drop, we won't leave the 90s behind on average until we get into Thursday and Friday. There's also going to be a little bit of monsoonal moisture to contend with for that Tuesday, Wednesday stretch. Looking at temperatures across the country, Pacific coast itself is mainly in the 70s and 80s, and then the Southwest itself is mostly in the triple digits. 100 degrees for Vegas today, 105 for Phoenix. Pretty mild as you make your way everywhere east of the Southwest. Let's take a look at what we've got going on as far as traffic goes. Right now, drive times are really mild. 805 northbound, 94 westbound, and 5 southbound are all smooth. Remember, it's Labor Day, so not a lot of people are heading to school or work. You should be able to get where you need to go at your normal speeds. And remember, cbsa.com/traffic has more on what to expect. But here's a view of that southbound 15 at Poway Road. Very, very quiet to start off the day. At border wait times, San Ysidro, 15 minutes, very quick. Otay Mesa Port of Entry going to take you just slightly longer, 30 minutes in total to get across that border.